I plugged the wrong thing. Mommy! Ow.
We gave a bunch of balls out at the start.
That was right in the eye. God, I need to be like the Bluetooth dude last year with sunglasses. Now I understand why. God. Okay, anyways, back to what we were actually talking about. I'm really concerned about this because unless you know the encryption keys, you have to disable encryption because it's a pre-shared key on the NSS side and the MS side. So that means the Magic Jack femtocell, if it follows everything I'm assuming here right now, it doesn't encrypt the airwaves. It's an open call. So that means any device connects to it, meaning if I hack it, I could just get other phones to join in and be like, ow, that hurts. I don't know yet. Again, this is all speculation, and if someone from Magic Jack wants to pull me aside afterwards, such as the dude in the corner happens to know quite a bit about it, I will be more than happy to recant publicly on Twitter that I was wrong. But yeah, I'm not making any assumptions that it does or doesn't, but that's my theory. Which is really scary, because that means if I had a Magic Jack sitting here right now and your phones were connected to it, how much is it supposed to run for? $40 to $50 I could pwn everyone's phone in here? Jesus. GSM. I'm scared. So what can we do with the ones we popped so far? Sadly, nothing yet. I'm sorry, I just wasted the last 40 minutes of your life. I told you, this is why first slide I'm like, full disclosure, I'm not releasing any 0 days. There's nothing we can do with it yet. But we do know that there's a strong potential because it is serial based of spoofing the GPS data, aka I go to Mexico with my femtocell. And we're not really sure yet as to where the encryption of the calls are taking place. Now, based on GSM's network architecture and how the femtocells play into that, we have a strong feeling that the encryption is end-to-end. So that whole intercept data is not going to take place. However, based on the information we were getting from various CDMA manufacturers of femtocells, we were noticing that there's a strong potential, potential, that the encryption and decryption could be taking place on the femtocell. Don't know yet, but there's a strong potential for it. Again, if someone's in the room to correct me wrong, feel free to just call me out right now and be like, bullshit, I know better. Good, there wasn't one. We haven't done memory analysis or any kind of app analysis to do like the IMSI catcher, but we've kind of opened up a can of worms here to let everyone else kind of have that fun. Because honestly, I'm not a hardware kind of guy. I know the basics, but I don't have time to really do all this. I have other important things.
Like what?
Going to Chipotle, which is closed here. Man, Washington, D.C. and there's snow. So I'm going to go ahead and I've put this in here just to rant about hardware security and why this could be potentially a bad idea. And again, if GSM's doing the end-to-end encryption from the mobile station all the way back to the network, the NSS, you know, it's not really a big deal because you're not going to be able to get the calls. It's just the privacy issue of the IMSI catchers. But if the encryption and decryption does take place on the femtocell, which there are technologies out there that are looking to do that. There are femtocell manufacturers that are looking to do it, so basically to reduce the traffic, especially when we start getting to higher speed phones that are at, you know, the HSDPA, PDA, etc. I forget the exact acronym now, I'm tired. Acronym. Yeah, the high speed, which is 7.2 megabits per second. If you start having to tunnel all that traffic back to corporate and then tunnel it back out and vice versa, you're going to be eating up a lot of unnecessary bandwidth, doubling your bandwidth cost. So there are femtocells out there that they're looking at about doing the encryption, decryption right on the device. I think something's up. Oh yeah, so something's up. The reason this is all scary and this is different than just, hey, I got a USRP and I set up my own cell tower. And by the way, Open BTS project, awesome. I think that's really cool. And really, this is why I originally started looking at these. If you don't know what the Open BTS project is, Google it. It's a cell phone tower for third world countries to keep it cost low and offer cell coverage out there. It'd be really cool to get these little cheapo products to work. Like, the Magic Jack. If we get a $40 cell tower to third world countries And all you need is network connectivity. I mean, look at the cost you can take and knock down on that. Granted, the USRP could do a lot more cool stuff, but it's, what, 1,200 with the daughter board and the USRP1? Yeah, I think that's about right, yeah. So that's why it's kind of scary with these femtocells, is that you actually have a network that's going to be passing the encryption key information back to you. And again, I don't know enough about GSM or CDMA encryption. I don't know if you can keep repeating RAND to be the same RAND. 7777777. Oh, who says it was a random? I don't know. Anyone know?
You can. I told you that yesterday.
I know, you Googled it though. I don't trust Wikipedia for everything. And rightfully so.
It has to be true.
It says I'm the mayor of Chipotle. No wonder I get banned so much. But that's what's scary about this, is that the encryption keys are, I mean, if we do have legitimate femtocells being used by legitimate providers and the security is not hardened enough, and the encryption and decryption is taking place on the femtocell, follow? Cool. The encryption keys are getting passed back and forth. So that's where it gets a little sketchier because, yeah, on GSM we can knock out the encryption with A50. Doesn't work for 3G, obviously, because it requires the encryption. Yeah. I'm going to open this up to, wow, it's 5:50 on the dot. Wow, cool. And cool, questions? Otherwise, I'll be at the party tonight or I'll be wandering around. What? Oh, God.
They're launching an attack.
I am ashamed.
I'm safe.
And see, the thing is, I don't know if one of those was intended as an actual question. Hi, it's vendor A. We need to talk. All right, any questions, really? Or
There is a question.
Cool. I'm scared. The GSM replacement chip spoofing has been done. Do you want to elaborate? Come up here.
Don't make her come up here.
Seriously. Plug your hackerspace while you're at it. That'd be awesome. Cool. I didn't see that. Wow, I feel like an asshole. Tell the internet. I can't see no, you're standing up. No, I just see a bright light. Yeah. Potentially, yes. I love that word, by the way, potentially. Okay, sorry. So yeah, for the internets, hi. The question was whether or not if the Magic Jack was only for Magic Jack customers or any GSM phone, and the response was, yeah, any GSM phone would probably work on it. I believe from what I read on it is that to make it like pair with it, you got to be within a certain range, which is like 6 feet or so, 8 feet. Ish. Throw an amplifier on the end, 8 feet becomes. Yeah, so after pairing it becomes, so basically it's waiting to see, oh, signal on this number is high enough, so this IMSI signal is high enough, all right, I'll accept a call and do the whole handshake with them now. So yeah, potentially any phone. Does the internet have questions? Probably just ranting about get this dude off the stage now. You see the followers drop from like 400 people to watching 5. Yes. Vendor A. You have root. Put the pieces together. The question was, you have the S tunnels and the SSH tunnels on there. Could you put together enough information to connect it back and create your own? Now again, this is why I put the don't be stupid slide. I should probably go back to that slide right now during Q&A. Potentially, in a dream, someone I know, whatever you use when you're talking about that stuff. I want to put this slide back up just because while we do this Q&A, it probably is the most important slide to have.